Hello everyone, it's Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I'm just sitting doing a little bit knitting, catching up on some of my things. This is the second sleeve of the little bubble cardigan. I'll just finish this row and then I can put it down. I'm on the row that you drop the stitches down, so I don't want to stop in the middle of it. One, two, three, four. So that's how much I've got done of the second sleeve. I've got the other pieces done here, the back, two fronts and the other sleeve. And I will get that finished pretty soon. But I took this, I thought I would do this at my granddaughter's yesterday. I took it, but for some reason little Eddie was hanging about me the whole time. His mum was at work and his dad was, well, his dad looks after them when his mum's at work. So he seemed to be hanging about me. And I couldn't get any knitting done because when I was sitting, he was sitting on me with he resting his iPad over my boobs. I think he just wanted a bit comfort. So I didn't get much of anything done yesterday because it was the whole time I was there. His mum came in just before I went home, but she had to take the oldest boy, Frankie, to football practice, so we only seen each other in passing a few minutes. And then he forgot about me. I think it's because he's not seeing his mum every day now. But anyway, I got back home and did a little bit of this before I started on Janet's again. I'm going to show you how far I've got with Janet's. This is the back. And I have persevered because there was too many stitches. It was bunched up on the needle and I was having difficulty knitting with them. So I thought I'm going to try the these ones again. Like I'm saying, I do not like the way the needle is bent where the cord joins onto it, but I got used to it. Where am I onto? I'm never quite sure where I'm onto on this one, is it? It's a pearl row, that's it. After I get all twisted around and then you have to make sure when you're knitting that you put the wool over the top, because if you leave it down there like that, it's under the, so push it up on the needle. Take me a little while to get used to it, but I'm sort of getting the hang of it now. Yeah, and you put the needle underneath it so that the wool stays on the top. Otherwise it comes underneath here and that's twisted. Yeah. So I'm starting to get the hang of these little short needles. I think I might buy myself some other ones. I don't have this. It's like a kind of elbow, I suppose you call it, like an elbow where it's bent there. I don't know why they have it like that, but it feels awkward in your hands. But I have managed to knit, but I don't like, you know, having to keep pushing the stitches up the needle. And but it is a little bit better than because I had too many stitches. It's not that there's that many stitches, but with the wool being thicker, it was bunched up on the needle. So it was much easier to do it like this. Once I got the hang of it, I can manage it quite well actually. I'm quite enjoying now that I'm used to them actually. But when I start the shaping on it, once I've cast the stitches off for the armhole and start the shaping, there'll be less stitches. I'll go back to the straight needles, and the other parts of it will be less stitches because the sides, there's two sides, and the sleeve, so I'll be able to manage that all right on the needle, on the straight needles. I can keep pushing this up. I'm trying to get as many stitches as I can up to the thing so I don't have to keep doing what I've just had to do. And I don't like the way this keeps twisting. I untwisted it when I started. I don't know why they have something else instead of this plastic stuff that doesn't twist. But I'm going to show you a little picture of some flowers I got for my birthday last Thursday. I'm going to show you the picture of what they look like when I got them and what they look like now. And then I have a little something to tell you about them afterwards. So I'll just pause this video while I do that. Well, remember these lovely flowers that I got for my birthday on the 21st of April, the lilies and the roses, and see how they've bloomed since then. They're a week old now and they're still going strong. And those flowers look beautiful, don't they? Really opened up because there's quite a lot of lilies. There's only one problem with them. They stink to the high heavens. And that's not exaggerating. I kept for days, and I think as they've opened up, the smells got worse. Because I kept going from my living room and I could smell, to put it politely, it smells like cat's pee. I was sitting in my living room and that smell, you know, I could smell it. It was a bit faint at first and I couldn't think what it was, and as I got up and went through my archway into my dining room, this was a little bit stronger, and into my kitchen I could still smell it. In fact, when I went into the passage in the hallway in my house, I could still smell it there as well, and I was saying, oh, this is something, a mouse or something got in this house and died. I was looking around everywhere and I couldn't work out where the smell was coming from. And then I happened to be doing something over by my sideboard and I was leaning over the flowers, and that smell was horrific. It was coming from the flowers. And I thought it was my imagination. I thought, oh, maybe it's, you know, with this cough and all that, maybe it's making things smell differently. So I googled it, and apparently I'm not the only one that has that smell. And I've had lilies in my garden before, but I've never had them in the house before, and I very much doubt whether I'll ever have them in again. I've left them. I'm not going to get rid of them until they die, till they die, the flowers die, because they were a present for my birthday. But it's not, the smell's not quite so strong now. I don't know whether it's once the flowers have been open for quite a while, whether the smell dies down a bit or what, but I could not get over the smell coming from those flowers. You know, flowers are supposed to have a lovely smell. Sometimes, you know, when they talk about the COVID, when you get a cough and that, and you lost your taste and your sense of smell. Sometimes I wish I'd had COVID. I say I would have lost the sense of my smell. I wouldn't be able to smell them. But I'll be going to my bingo tonight, and me and my friend are going to a different place because we are sick of having to prove to our friends whenever either of us have a cough or anything like that, that it's not COVID. They just seem to be paranoid about it, and we're just sick of it. So, and we never ever win anything in that place, and all the other girls all win regular. So I think maybe it's time for a change. So we go to another place tonight, so we'll see what that place is like. So I'll be leaving about, I think I might leave a little bit earlier and take my car into the garage, put it through the car wash, because it's absolutely filthy. The muck on there. You know, my car's in my garage all the time, and there's slight little, it's one of those up and over doors, but there's just a slight gap on either side. And how on earth all the muck gets on the back of my car, I can imagine it getting onto the side of the car, blown through there when it's windy. But the back of the car is full of muck as well. And it's like it's blown in. I don't know how it's getting in. But anyway, that's enough of my moans and groans, and I'm quite getting the hang of these, you know. I hated these when I first used them, but they're okay once you get used to them. But I think I do need ones with the straight instead of having that bend in. I do not like that bend. And I wish you could get some ones with something different instead of whatever this is made of, because I've heard people say, you know, I did try putting them in some hot water and that, and all that, but it didn't make a blind bit of difference. They're still the same. Because once the heat goes off them, they just go back to the way they were before. So I managed to sort out. Because I get a bit mixed up where I'm starting the next row, because I never know which way around to have it. But I've managed. I think I need no, that wool's going to go underneath. I'll have to put the wool over the top like that. That's it. And sort my knitting row like that. And I have sold one of Emma's set of coasters that she sent me. I put them up on eBay, and I have sold one set to Janet's. Well, it was her son's name, I think, that on eBay came in, the one who I'm knitting this cardigan for. And Dagri also asked for a couple of sets of them. And then I had a lady message me on eBay. She hasn't got back to me again, but she did ask. There's a set of the coasters that are actually, I think they're made with this, but one of the different beaches pattern. And she actually asked me if I would send them to her, but she's in the United States. But she said she didn't mind paying the extra postage. Well, I looked up the postage on the Royal Mail, and it would be a large letter. That's because that's what I send them in. The four coasters fit nicely into the large letter, so I don't have to pay a parcel price. And I think it was only going to be £4.20, I think, for a large letter of under 100 grams to go to the United States. And I'm only charging £3.50 for the coasters, because there weren't my wool or my work. So I thought, well, that's not too bad if she wants to pay that. But the girl, well, she watches my YouTube. I know she mentioned she'd seen them on my YouTube. But she hasn't got back to me on eBay, because what I would have done, I do have some, I think it's the coaster she was after, I think were done in the beaches. It looks like the beaches and cream. And I think if she did get back to me, I think I would do a set of them myself, because I've already taken 2 sets down off eBay, the ones I'm sending to Dagri, because I'd already put them up on eBay. And eBay don't like you doing things like that, because they think you're putting pictures up on there just to sell them privately for people who see them, and then you sell them privately instead of through eBay. But it wasn't that, it was just I had put them all up and then Dagry asked for them afterwards. And I thought if I keep on doing something like that, AB might chuck me off the site. So I didn't want to do that. So if she had got back to me, I would have made a set of them myself, because it don't take very long to make, and sent the ones that I had made myself to her. But I'm waiting for an answer for some little lady, I think it is, like, and it's not bad for the large letter. It's £4.20. It's not that bad, because you use a small parcel in this country. If you want to send it first class, it costs over £4. But anyway, I'm doing a little bit of both. I'm doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that, because I won't be doing any knitting tonight until I come back from this new place we're going to for the bingo. And I'm not sure whereabouts it is or what time. I think it's up near where my friend lives, but I'm not sure what time I'll get back, what time the bingo starts. The other place we went to the bingo was 8:15, and then we had a break and started again at 9:15, and it was usually finished by 10 o'clock. So by the time I dropped my friend off, and as long as there was no diversions on the A1, I was usually home by 10:30. But I'll find out tonight how this one goes, and hope we have a bit more luck than what me and my friend usually have. And my cough seems to be subsiding a little bit now, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I'm not going to start coughing during that bingo, because sometimes when I start coughing I can't stop, and then I will get dirty looks then. But that's it anyway, and I am just sitting here. My hair is still wet because I've just been in the shower, not long been out of the shower, and I was just I let my hair dry naturally on its own. I don't use a hair dryer and all that, because my hair's thin enough and breakable as it is without putting a lot of heat on it, and so I usually just sit and let it dry. It dries on the top very quick because it's gone very thin, but the back part still, I can feel it, it's still wet. That's why my hair is hanging down, otherwise it would be up in a bun. So anyway, that's my little bit for today. It's enough of my rants and rambles, and I'll catch you all another time. So thumbs up and subscribe, and bye for now.